Alright, let's go get him. Tried building a Jund Creativity deck with Scapeshift and Primeval, but fell off the list. Have you seen the one that, what's his name was playing? Cedric Phillips? I played it at some point, Canada Man. I also have a version that I haven't tested yet that looks like this. It's Jund White. Could play some copies of Strike It Rich to fix the lack of tokens. Oh, what is it that Fair Magic plays? It's Uriah and Pile, right? No. What is it that they play? They're always on the same thing. Oh, it's, yeah. It would be in the YouTube archives, yeah. Creativity Titan is what it is. It's like a 4-color Creativity deck playing Primeval Titan. I need a little bit of luck to get through this early game, but it should be alright against the deck that they're on. Also, if I find a Remand, it's fantastic. Wait, what? A Kahira. Can their deck play Kahira? I can. It was playing Spyro. Maybe just on Elementals. God, that'd be really bad. Unless I find Solitude at the right, or Teferi at the right time. Oh, I should have played the island there, because then I could go Growth Spiral into Shock Steam Vents for the Bolt. The hell? Oh, it's blue-white. Oh. Yeah, Chalice? Alright. Okay, so we could have the kill here. Need a fetch land. Whiff. Crap. Crap! Alright. That was the gap. I should not have fetched there. No, it's okay. No, I shouldn't. Because if I... Oh, well. Yeah, alright. Charm me, baby! Really? Okay. I don't know what's happening, but I'm okay with it. The hell? Oh, Shark Typhoon for 1. Fuck. God, played right into it. Oh well. Wait, I have the Bolt. Huh. Well, that's fun. This is when I know I'm tired. Yes, I got there eventually, Kaya. Took me a minute. I am slow. Wait a minute. They called you slow. I'm not... What the hell? Homo, what are you doing here? Wow, you are slow. Something said, not good. There's the fetch land. Alright. Let's go, baby. It's been a while. It's been a while. Hit it. Oh, the full miss. Really? Really? You gonna do me like that? Oh. Oh. Ugh. Rough. Verdict. Yeah. Well, still got this Teferi in play. Alright, we only need one more land drop. So maybe we get there. Jeez. Deck is being uncooperative. Okay, we've got 5 Time Warps left in the deck, and I just shuffled. Dang. But it's a pretty high chance to hit. So let's just do it. Come on, buddy. Don't screw me again. There we go. That's how we do it. Got him. All right, let's go. Moved here from Canada and think I'm slow, eh? What did you do, Kaya? Cast a fire ice? Yep. This is a 110% keep against blue-white control. Yeah, the split cards in general are broken, right? Because they're all broken with Snapcaster. Triome. Shock the Stomping Grounds. Wrenn and Six. Counterspell. Teferi eats another counterspell. And then, yep. Can they have enough? Hey, again with this guy. You guys want I should plus? Nah. We don't plus against blue-white control. You should play Nahiri Boon to make sure Boom Bust is okay. It's specifically with Snapcaster, but I do love me some Nahiri Boom. There is a Mardu version of Nahiri Boom without the fuck? Oh, they bounced their Spreading Seas. Without Saga that I want to try. So there is a reason to do it. Oh, that's right, Pelican Man. Right. Sorry, I'm not super familiar with your screen name yet, so. It's funny too because like he started up the queue again just to play, like just to keep playing his league, and people were asking asking him like, oh man, what's a bad matchup? Like you just 5-0 10-0'd the league with Jeskai Flagfires. Like what? It's not Flagfire, it's Lotus Field. Like what's a bad matchup for this deck? And there I was in chat being like, Nahiri Boom, baby. Yeah, that's something. And then he queued into it and died brutally. It's like, oh, but Lotus Field has Hexproof. It's like, yeah, it's... Your deck is full of clunky, awful spells. I don't mean awful, but I mean, like, if your Lotus Field thing is not going on, it's not a super clean deck list. Yeah. Yeah, their Vengeance was good, too. So Remand probably doesn't beat sorry, Remand will not beat a Solitude here. But I'm not in the business of waiting forever for this. And then we have another Creativity if they have Counterspell and Solitude. Yeah, so we just let this one resolve, and we'll just go again next turn. If I have to remand this turn, I will. And we'll probably find a fetch land. I have a Time Warp too. The reason I'm not playing the Time Warp is sometimes you want the Time Warp in your hand, because then after your Velomachus' first attack, you get to Time Warp. Little Tef. I'll remand that. Good luck, Six Sigma. They didn't recast it. And we drew the last Velomachus. Rough. So the creativity's just dead now. I boarded in my Nahiris though, right? I did. I can't play this into their open mana. Just put a Dwarf into play plus Lightning Bolt to harangue their Teferi. Solitude has been a big downgrade for these decks. Solitude and obviously the Unholy Heat. It's good though. No shark, please. Good. Savannah Pyman. Currently, we're listening to a bunch of Dank Muse. You can get a link to his music there. Dankmas, I've heard people say. I don't know. Yeah. They're tanking on something they want to play. Replacement Teferi. Wild. Then they plus it? Okay. I think with one card in their hand, I'm playing the other Velo here. Please? Fuck. Ah! Brutal. And I can't defend my Wrenn and Six. Yeah, we're dead this game. Tough. Alright, we got one game. Going to game 3 here. I just don't like there being two bots in chat, Roy, that we have to manage and like turn on and off certain commands on them so that they're not both doing them all the time. I always think it looks really messy and crappy and annoying when I go to someone's chat and someone's like exclamation point card, and there's always one bot that goes, I don't know how to do that, and the other one that's like, here's your card. Right. Classic Malta 5, and this hand is pretty unbeatable unless they have Spell Pierce or Prismatic Ending or Force Negation. Chat spam's a big icky, yeah. It also really drives me crazy when like a channel is like relatively calm and then something happens and all of a sudden it's impossible to actually talk about what's going on. But that's more niche. Don't you dare. Whew. God damn it, no ending there is so good. God damn, I love me some Wrenn and Six. Wrenn and Six is not that good against control. They're just Prismatic Ending it. No one would have ever said that in my chat, though. Y'all know better. Field of Ruin. Yeah, it depends on the person. Freak, or not Freak. Roy was just talking about Freak, Canadaman. Depends on the person, but yeah, most of the time it does get a little bit out of control. And it's fine. It's just a different experience. Apparently, a Pokemon pre-release promo I have now is as much as a whiteboard duel. Do I sell it and buy the duel? I don't know, because I know the Pokemon market was like popping off, and Pokemon is more recognizable than Magic, so I feel like there's some world in which Pokemon ends up outstripping Magic in terms of what's the right way to say it? Like overturn value? Investment value? I don't, is there an economist here? Does anyone actually know how to talk about this? Sell it and buy a Switch. I mean, that's a great move if you're going to enjoy a Switch. Reserve a Steam Deck? That's never going to have, like, Nintendo exclusive games, which if that's something you care about. If I fetch for a Dwarven Mine right now, they can stop me from getting the Dwarven Mine. In terms of, they'll turn off my ability to actually get the Dwarf token. They don't know that, but... Pretty sure I want to play Teferi this turn, though. And I want to play it off the Dwarven Mine. Oh, right. Can't beat that one. Fair enough. You got me. Oh, this one's so good. Songs like Thriller. Opponent? You guys see this? Everyone see this? I have made this mistake, my friend. I'm sorry. Maybe they just wanted it in their graveyard. Listen, we're not here to judge our opponent's choices. We're here to punish them for it. This is now a domination stream. The sexy kind. Is it better to play Nahiri here or Creativity? Pretty much always Nahiri. Yeah. Alright, opponent. Wrenn and Six is gonna kill you. I have a time warp. Ask your doctor if drugs are for you. And if they say no, ask another doctor. They'll probably be way more receptive. No. Get out. I said good day, sir. You get nothing! Good day, sir. Alright, give me 1 second. I'll be back in a minute, so just chill out for a second. Let me put something nice for you guys to look at.
Just give him one of these. Ooh, hey, ah, ooh.
Alright. Give me the drugs or I'll take my business elsewhere and you'll get a bad Yelp review. That's the one. It's the ticket. This is now a hastily made bourbon Manhattan. Still good, though. The first drink I made sure I knew how to make very well when I learned to be a bartender. Well, taught myself. Oh, shoot!
You can run, but you can't glide.
Didn't actually change my stream name properly for you there, Fluffy, so we're no longer playing Creativity Reanimator. We had a 4-1 and then a 2-3 with variations of that deck, but we're now playing the classic Velomachus turns. We just beat Blue-White Control. Grass with the sub! Yeah, we got badges. I'm a professional. You lost a lot? What were you playing, friend? Nahiri Boom? Don't tell me it was Nahiri Boom. I love Nahiri Boom. It should be okay. Thanks for the follow there. Turn 1, Raging Goblin. Raging Goblin. Raging Goblin. Engulfing Flames. Raging Goblin. Mill and Prison. Weird. Mill is usually kind of good right now. Probably against Murktide here. Well, we played against Dredge, too. And, we died on turn 3 in one of the games. It was, not fun. Oh, maybe it's someone else on... Murktide isn't playing Serum anymore? Are they not? They could be, but, I mean, I believe you. So, if they're on Blue Moon, I want access to this island. Consider's too good? So it's Consider and Thought Scour, I guess, huh? That makes sense. You're gonna dash a monkey? It requires red. They're expressing themselves! Stop them! So they don't play 1-mana counters in the main deck, so now I get to resolve Teferi and plus it? Boo-ba-doo-doo-doo. Boo-doo-doo-boop. Boo-ba-doo-doo-doo. If they're on Jacob's new build, they could have Fury. Fury on its own won't get through Teferi. The most of all he just raged one, Roy? Hello, friend. Do I have a singular dreadlock? No, I've got long, glorious hair. Got my rocker hair. Although I'm going bald on the top, so very, very soon I'm going to look like Benjamin Franklin. But you know what? I'm just going to be comfortable with that fact. Because why the hell not? It's too young to be shameful. Too young to be shameful. That's not how you say that, Zach. Life's too short to be shameful. There you go. That's what I meant to say. Alright. I know something you can take for that. I mean, I'm sure there's lots of things I could do about it, but like, I feel like you're just fighting in a losing battle. Just like, just look great with a skullet, yeah. God, 6 inches off, you look like a Macho Man. Exactly. That'll be the eventual plan. I'm just not tall enough to pull off Macho Man. Wait. No. Oh yeah, with the bandana I could do that, but Hulk Hogan has the ridiculous look where it's like his hair is like this long, but he's like just bald on top. It's got like the Jean-Luc Picard Macho Man symbol. Yeah, exactly. It's funny because when when I was tweaking this deck for this league, I was like, "You want a Randy Rootwall emote? We'll have a Randy Rootwall emote as soon as I get partner. As soon as I get partner, I'm trying. The numbers are going to be up from this week, so we just got to keep it up for a while."
Compadres, it is imperative that we crush the freedom fighters before the
Thanks for
start
the follow
of the rainy
there,
season. And remember,
KCJA.
a shiny new donkey for whoever brings me the head.
Wait,
of
there's
Colonel
something I
Montoya.
should be taking for my eventual baldness? Now I'm intrigued. If strangers and Kaya agree on this fact, now I'm more intrigued. For some reason, I hope that doesn't bother you, Kaya. Don't ask me why. I don't know. I don't know why I work the way I do. They almost definitely have double counter here. Those are feminizing hormones. That's okay. Got it. Yeah, I see. So lead on Wrenn and Six, then play the second Teferi. Alright. Well, since that resolved, I'm just gonna hang out with Wrenn and Six for the moment. So they probably have Snap by now. So they're going to go Snap, Bolt, or Heat on the Dwarf token. And then I have a second Dwarf token to try to block. Hopefully this gets some mana out of them next turn. Sorry, TJ Fate. The Q ran out, and I'm just... I just don't want to juggle back and forth, so Song Q is going to be done for tonight. It's a mostly Dankmas, Dank Muse playlist we're listening to right now. They bolted the Wrenn and Six. Why would you want to listen to anything other than Back to Winnipeg? Facts. Oh, I have almost all of them, TJ Fate. Which one do you want? Because I basically have them all loaded up right now. I think I might be missing Drinky Poo, but I do love it, so I should get it. Oh my god, I can't believe I don't have it. Yeah, let me fix that right meow. Yeah, we got the God Club up on this stream. What do you speedrun God with a shotgun? No way! Oh my god, what a hand! Alright, well, can top deck creativity now. Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry, I'm just popping between this game and chat, obviously, but expressing themselves. Econ Sean. Huh. Okay. Well, we're on top deck creativity or bust, but the Savor the Moment gives us an extra bite at the apple here, so... Remember that thing I said I wanted to do? Yeah, we did it. What matchups do you not like with creativity decks? It depends on which version you're playing, Hesh. I've basically played and helped build and tune and test creativity decks that beat every other kind of deck that exists. So the question isn't like just like which creativity deck do you want to play as like a blanket choice, but like what creativity or what set of things do you like? Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can beat anything, just not everything. Non-Velomachus versions... I mean, you can play a good Velomachus version, too. Which you just have to have one Velomachus and one Emrakul. My personal favorite is always going to be versions with Velomachus in it. The time cards you don't have? Sure. We missed again. Man, Velomachus doing me dirty today. It's a time warp, so... as long as they don't kill it this turn, we'll be okay. So, Dwarf Token's going to chump block Fury, and we're going to take the 2 from Snapcaster Mage. Oh, they have Hall to attack with, don't they? So the Dwarf Token chump blocks the Hall. If they do tap like that, though, we can go to 1. Just take the 8 here, and then they're dead. So, just depends on what the 2 cards in their hand are. There are plenty of things they can have here that are not good enough. Well, it also bounces Emrakuls, right? Like that's another really good reason to play Aether Spellbomb. What the hell does that mean? No combat? DRC is a blocker. Is not a blocker. Combat. Do they have a heat and they're just trying to blind flip it? One, two, 3. What were your thoughts on the Chalice and Explosives in the side of Reclamation? I did not particularly care for them. So they're just trying to flip the Channeler here. But if they flip the Channeler, I can bolt the Channeler. So, it's fine. They did flip it. You have died, opponent. Need that. Need these. Need that. This one's out. These guys are out. Actually, we can keep maybe one Velomachus. Do the split build. Yeah, Chalice and Explosives in the side of Reclamation. I mean, like that was the teamer build, right? And that's Spike's kind of thing to do. And I'm not sure on any of that. Dank Muses is a god. It's really friggin' good stuff. I listen to stuff on runs when I'm in the gym. I think about Fire Ice in this deck. Fire Ice is fantastic in builds of creativity in general. I just wanted to queue up with something that was almost like the very first versions of Velomachus Creativity that I was helping to work on, just for fun. Like, just because it's fun to play the version that just, like, smash. And in these versions, since you're not playing Prismatic Ending or Hard Evidence, I feel like you have to have Bolt on one. This is really bad in the matchup. This is not at all where I want to be in the matchup. But on the flip side, like, they have to play pretty scared. Did they take a mulligan? They did not. On the draw, I'm going to keep this just because the mana is a little bit good. I wish I had an Arid Mesa, but we'll try to figure that out as we go. That's good. Gives me an early target. Well, Goddess Girl, pretty early on in my music career, literally the first day I set up my drums, I was playing in my first band. I bought a drum set to be the drummer in our first band because we had like 4 guitar players and a bass player and a singer, and we didn't have a drummer. We didn't know anyone who drummed that we could get. And then 2 of the guitar players stopped showing up, and so anyway, the upshot of this is I was playing music in a band from the beginning, and that, I think, helped me kind of just stay focused on what really mattered for the most part. And so, but my answer to that question is no. And then the other thing is I had like 2 different drum teachers for like 1 or 2 lessons each until the one that I had because I went to him and I said, I want to learn to be a professional drummer and go to university for this. And that guy just absolutely kicked my ass and gave me, like, you know, level up moments all the time. So it's really, really hard for me to think of like any one particular one because it was just like such a hyper focused thing. Constantly being way outside my comfort zone. In terms of music, I definitely remember songs that I heard that pushed me in directions that I didn't know that I would ever be going in, didn't think I'd ever be going in. I'll play one of them in a second if you like. Another like period of level up for me was like starting to play 6 days a week professionally for the cruise lines was a huge difference from university. And university was a huge difference from like before university where I was like practicing 5 hours a day but not being like pushed out like or not being pushed out of my comfort zone nonstop. Okay. Oh, there is notes. I have a different YouTube account with my name on it. We do have. They know we have. They know we can fetch blue. They know we can fetch blue, right? There's no way they don't know we can fetch blue. Oh, so first we'll listen up to Drinky Poos, and then we'll do the song that I was just talking about. It's very intense. My becoming a musician was a very unusual path for most people because I started playing drums when I was 19 and very quickly decided that I was going to try to make that my life's work. By which I mean go to university, etc., etc. Which I eventually did, but that took 3 years, and then I was in university for 4 years, and then I started working professionally. Oh my god, Kaya. Hey, Spider Space, how you doing? Go Pie! Get the 5-0! Don't queue into nonsense! Queue into some tier 1 garbage and just crush them. They can't beat you. You're Pie goddamn Gonti. Yeah, everyone's a guitar player. Everyone's a guitar player. Everyone's a guitar player. Like, it's a joke, but it's not a joke. Ah, D&D is wonderful. We had a couple of different wild runs on different variations of Creativity Reanimator. Bass is also just a phenomenal instrument. I mean, all right. So we're going from the danceable music to some Noonward Race. So strap yourself in, folks. Yeah, it's just my name. It has me drumming on it. I don't think it has any of my music on it. Can anyone name what instrument that is? You know what it is, but it doesn't normally sound like that. Theremin's kind of close, hilariously. I mean, it's not really close, but it's kind of close. It does sound like a keyboard. B3. Not a B3. I don't know that anyone's going to get it. Oh, Squirmit's the closest one. That's way closer than people usually get. Nah, it's just a violin. Yeah, it's an electric violin. I mean, it's not just violin, right? But it's violin. Mahavishnu Orchestra had a violin player. This is the Mahavishnu Orchestra. With the indomitable Billy Cobham on drums. Yeah, same era as Captain Beefheart kind of stuff. Alright, well, we gotta make something happen here. Hopefully they counter the Wrenn and Six, and then we get to go for creativity. No. Not taking the bait. I was probably supposed to jam the creativity this turn, right? Because I have Velomachus to cast next turn. It'll probably be fine. Or it won't. Who knows? If they tap any more, I can cycle the Triome to try to hit a bolt. I should do it now. Nope. Oh, I don't have this deck list uploaded. So I don't think I do. This will probably be pretty close. All right. So if they don't kill me, it probably means they have counters. But, you know. It is what it is, man. They're expressing themselves? Wild. Alright, we can still just draw Teferi into creativity. We finally found a Blood Moon, huh? All right, opponent. This better not be a goddamn counter. It's literally the card counter spell. I'm gonna slap you. Not really. I have no power here. Brutal. No, we're as good as we can get. That's the Noonward Race. And what's the other sick? Oh, it's Awakening, right? Yeah, I think I put on the other crazy one. Yeah. Yep, that's the hand. I mean, I played a lot more than what you can see there, notes in an octave, but... That's good. Yeah, Thrill's Gone is... Oh, good song. That... Like, I don't know if you can tell from the video, but I'm in a pit there. And that... Those two shows... I will never be able to top that contract in my life. Those shows were amazing. Yeah, that's usually my gig, Spider. Am I streaming another league after this one? I don't think so. But considering we're not that far through this one, probably not. Will I play in the challenge tomorrow? Probably not. I don't have a deck that I'm feeling particularly excited about. Also, streaming on Saturdays is really bad for me right now. During the day, in the challenge. Streaming in the evening is great, so I'll be back tomorrow evening streaming for sure. But I won't be streaming the challenge. There's just too much competition from people who are bigger, and so it only makes sense if I go for a deep run. But I don't like only going live if I'm like 3-0 and other people start dropping off. I mean, I could do that, but I don't know. Results. Yeah, I have been. I've been doing Saturday and Sunday evenings, so I've been getting really good numbers when I do that. So I'm going to keep doing that. Yeah, I believe it, Kaya. Usually, yeah, Hesh. Yeah, I did too when I had my highest number of viewers ever, Kaya. It's Tom Cardy, and he is fucking unbelievable. Oh, we're getting all of them now. He's not a cop. Yeah, it's on here, Goddess Girl. My favorite Tom Cardy song? It's there. I can't choose a child with this, man. They're all too good. It's either Walk or this one. Or, no, I can't choose. They're too good right now. Heavy Check Your Butthole, probably. It's the one that comes to me most often when I'm not thinking about it. So TJ Fate, we've actually talked about that a number of times, and it actually introduces opponents playing Jacob's most recent version of Blue Moon. Kaya. What are they doing over there? The best, honey. They're just doing the best. No, this is not Murktide. This is the newest version of Blue Moon. I never listened to that much Flight of the Conchords. I feel like they were never anywhere near this funky, though. I mean, Canada, man, you could go tell them to do that. I have started shopping around for someone to support that show, and I'm of course kind of going first with the Canadian. So I have all my colors here, but I don't have an answer for this. I think I have to veto this, and the thing is, like, I guess I don't have a plan for the next one, but that's fine. What happens next? They walk. I have to counter this. Wow. No, we're one short of the Velo, though. They have charm. They haven't played anything. They haven't played anything. Like, there's no way I can just jam this fellow here. The line, if they countered our veto, I don't think you understand what Tobin's veto does. Nobody really knows. The name of the song is Lord of the Rings, something, something, something. Tom Cardy. Just look up Tom Cardy, Lord of the Rings. C-A-R-D-Y. There's more than one Six Sigma. Dick pic. Fuck, he's so good! Oh my god. What a draw. Alright, well, we might have it here. Oh, I don't like this. They gotta tap too. Keep tapping. What is this? Okay, good. I was concerned. And that's all she wrote, folks. They are out of here. And you know what they say, you'd rather be lucky than good any day of the week here on the Mana Symbol channel. Goodness gracious. 0 targets. Fuck it. You're dead, opponent. You're dead. God damn, that was good. God damn. All right, 2-0 against tier 1 decks. Let's go. Let's go! Kaya. You're good people. Yeah, I ran out of the all the meme music stuff. Did I? I think I played most of it, but. For anyone who ever watches Canister's stream, I'm one of the people who submits real music so that people can say, OMG, real music. I live for that moment. Beauty, pick the beauty, beauty, the beauty, the beauty, pick the beauty, 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 pick the beauty. So. Fetchland single bolt I like a lot against this deck. Because they might get greedy and go Dash Ragavan. If I play Wrenn and Six, I almost guarantee get a 2-for-1. Usually in this situation, I like to go Wrenn and Six plus. But I don't need to play this now. But it denies them to surveil if they lead with discard spell. Shit. Alright. This does not necessarily mean that playing Wrenn and Six was guaranteed right there. Just annoying. Decks like Black-Red Lurrus and Grixis Lurrus are the biggest reason why the Velomachus Turns deck is now pretty dead. But on the plus side, these decks have not been very popular recently. So, it doesn't really bother me too much. Alright. Sure. Alright, lose the time warp there. I know, Kaya. Would have been nice. I mean, this deck always has that out, and unfortunately this league has been like all very interactive decks, so we haven't gotten any free wins off of playing against someone else with a very linear deck. But trying. Yeah, you cast Explore. It's Explorer with the free text. Like Rewind, but better. They heat my token. Rude. You're rude. Put Lurrus in your hand. Doesn't tap out. They're properly respectful. And have a wonderful time. Jeez. Chill out, opponent. My god. Alright, so now we plus Teferi. I know they could, if they have a heat, they could heat it. But there's a very good chance they're playing Kroxa this turn. If they have a 5th land, they could bring back Kroxa and Unholy Heat down my Teferi. Jeez. Yeah. These decks are a nightmare. And I didn't play the Veil of Summers in my sideboard. Woof. Alright. We can top deck... Oh, good. Okay. Why does Heat hit walkers? I know. I know. I know. We could also top deck the actual Velomachus now. Or just more lands. That's fine too for a given definition of the word fine. It's fine. We've had very good luck so far. We really have. Like 34 land deck. It's a 24 land deck, but it feels like more sometimes. Why can't Asmo hit walkers? That's the real question. Fire Design didn't go too far enough. Kaya, I say your Eldrazi deck goes too far. And I also say your Eldrazi deck doesn't go too far enough. But this is a deck against which we go like full sideboard. But I don't have any Veils. Goodness gracious. No. God, my sideboard is so bad against these kind of decks. Whoops. Sorry, Timu. The song queue ran out at some point, and I just was like, alright, I'm done with it. Jeez. Yeah. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Not like this. Not like this. They kept their 7. Come on. Yeah, fuck you. How have the leagues been? Pretty good. We 4-1 with the first build of Creativity Reanimator we played. 2-3'd with Wafo's version. This was 2-0 until we ran into goddamn black-red Lurrus. Not even Mardu Lurrus. No Prismari or Prismatic Endings. Just Just out here just giving us the business. I don't even have a card that interacts with that anymore. Okay. Thank you, opponent. Oh, we just put Emrakul into play. It's over. No, it's over. I kept a Velo, didn't I? I did. I'll take the 50-50 shot. It's not easy for them to solve Velo yet. Fuck off. Seriously? Brutal. No! I wanted you now! Do I want Time Warps in my deck? I don't really want to top deck a Time Warp right now. Yeah. Yeah, I fucked up by bringing in the Velo, or keeping one of the Velos. It might still be good enough. 5/5 Flying Haste Vigilance is pretty good. It's crazy to have to say that. They can't play bubbles anymore. The ironing here is delicious from both sides. Yeah, there's a Void Mirror. The problem is I just didn't have anything else that was like worth boarding in. I guess I could have kept the 4th Creativity, but that actually shouldn't be as good as it seemed like it was here. Opponent? Okay. It's not, but... Double bolt now? I mean, I still feel like I could easily lose this, but I just don't know if... Okay. 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 Ladies, please. Come on now. They're off it. Get out of here, opponent. Nobody needs to see your shit.
Just give him one of these.
Black Riddler is just get the hell out of 6 Sigma with that follow. Thanks, friend. Mull to 5, no problem. Trouble. Alright, that's almost close enough. No, I cut it just now, Octopodes. I don't want to have to go through that crap again. Because we've seen 2 games now, they're definitely not Mardu, which means they can't have Kaya's Guile. They drew Prismari Command? Yeah, that's fine. That's not good for their deck. They can play it, but... Kroxa? Sure. Because if they have a Thoughtseize here, I'd rather keep a... Oh, but I should have kept a 2-mana play. Alright, whatever. Good. Strata. Strutter is the best Kiss song. Don't at me. Song is Strutter. Strutter, Octopodes. Strutter. Did... Oh, they bobbled.
It's hammer time!
We'll draw another land, right? We basically have to. See? Just like I said. Oh, that's fine. No, it's all good. My ears are excellent, but damaged. I have fantastic hearing, but my ears are not good. Scalding Tarn? Come on now. Did I strutter? Ah! Fucking unholy heat. Ah! Should I plus my Nahiri or minus it? Don't worry, it doesn't matter. Like, no, not taking the. All right. 1 + 4 = 6. Blah? I'm sure you're making a joke, I just don't get how. Good news, everyone! Your decisions are meaningless and your permanents are dead. I did enjoy at the beginning of Bender's big score the good news everyone sort of set up for the entire thing. Good news everyone, we're back on the air. Yes, flying through the air on our mighty starship. Oh, guess that makes sense. Wow, what happened? Those idiots at the Box Network canceled us, but then they were fired themselves for gross incompetence. Yay! And beaten up too, pretty badly. Yay! And then they were ground into a fine powder. Why? It's got 1,000,001 uses. All right, so we're going to 1. So we're going to 1. Thanks for the follow there, Pelican Man 888. Bring back the song requests. I don't know, man. Is there another? Oh, there's another Croc, so we're just dead. Alright, so we died to Black-Red Luris with 0 copies of Veil in the deck. It's not surprising. They had some pretty good draws in the games they won. But yeah, he would be. I mean, but that's a huge change, Canada Man, to double the mana cost of Heat. But I agree with you. It's just like, oh, we're against Nahiri Boom. But I know I'm against Nahiri Boom. Can't keep that hand. There we go. Perfect. So I don't even need to play anything on turn 2. And then we have Remand plus Wrenn and Six. This is going to be backbreaking. I'm not going to say we've won, but it's looking real good. shit. Stomping Grounds is my hand. I can't cast this Growth Spiral. Fuck. Well. Growth Spiral Remand seems pretty good. Yeah, I guess it's Triome time. I think the only way in which rarity it matters, Canada Man, is for the pricing and basically as long as it's not a rare or higher. Crap, they have boom. Crap. Do I have a second Steam Vents in this deck? I think that I do. I do. Thank God. Yeah. Well, luckily, Crappy Explorer is actually good against their deck. They have double Stone Rain here. It could be kind of annoying. They don't have a lot of great ways to kill Wrenn. No, they're playing Ending. All right, Nahiri's fine. We can beat that quite easily. Will we? Time will tell. But we can. Well, that's not my favorite draw. Bolt? Bolt? Word? Oh, if I want to play the second Savor, I need to get double blue sources. Alright. I accept your Demonic Pact deck. They might have Bust. If they have Bust, we might have to ping Nahiri. Does that help? It doesn't help. If they have Bust, we're probably just dead. It's not that likely. Yeah, it doesn't matter what I do. If they have Bust, we're just dead. Alright. No, we can't cube. We're one short. I know this deck well. It's okay. Like, if we lose this, we lose it. You know? Yeah, they have Bust. Crap. And I never hit a Bolt, huh? If we top deck Bolt, we could climb out of this, I guess. Okay. Any untap red. Everybody gets one. That's what Wrenn and Six just said to us. Everybody gets one. I guess they could bolt back here, which would take me off the emblem. Been a killer and she could have been the way she do. What'd she do? You don't know how much the emblem helps? An insane amount. It lets me take out the Nahiri. Because we chain bolts at them. Scary monsters. Super creeps. Yep. I mean, you could kill them with bolts. We'll just rebuild with Wrenn and Six after this turn, in theory. Pillage doesn't save them. Boombust doesn't save them. Cleansing Wildfire doesn't save them. They can dig out of this. Like, they have Spyros and stuff that are super inconvenient for us, but this looks like land destruction. Yeah, it's just ramp. Now I can pick up a blue and have Remand up, though. Boo-doo-doo-doo. 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 Alright, opponent. Bustin' made you feel good, did it? I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed bustin'. Nah. Come on now, opponent. No time for that here. Woo! That a good one? Anyone think that this might be a good one? I personally believe that this might be what we call in the business a good one. It's a dragon. Caw! We did draw a bunch of Savor the Moments over the course of that game. We definitely drew a bunch of Savor the Moments. Veto, Flusterstorm. Don't need... Well... I guess Bolt kind of saved my ass in an insane way. But... I'm just trying to figure out what I want here. Yeah, I think Emrakul is coming in. I didn't miss it, Kai. I was just deciding whether or not I actually wanted to go for Emrakul or not. The top deck Bolt, I mean, literally won us the game, right? God, I love this deck. Alright, I think we're good here. This is probably good enough. Enjoy, Kaya. Rip! Alright. But opponent, I'm not playing Prismatic Ending. You don't need to do this to me. I was playing fair. This is wholly unnecessary, I promise. I guess I do have Teferis. So since I'm out of fetches, let's start fetching. Variety store? It's a corner store? What do you people call it? That's right, I said you people. Come at me. Just pillage? Ah, send it back. Alright, dwarves. Now's your time. Convenience store, yeah. Yeah, it's just like, what is it? Some people get really tweaked about, like, what is it? Washroom, bathroom? It doesn't have a bath in it? Can't believe you'd ask me where the bathroom is when you wanted to know where the washroom was. Goodness gracious. Yeah, the washroom. Are you looking for the washroom? Because you can do some washing up. Oh, yeah. SMH, my head. Yeah. There's everyone chiming in with the good stuff. Hey, where's your shitter? I love it. You mean large bucket? I did not at all. But thanks for playing. Oh, got some informational drumming play-alongs. I'm going to skip. Alright, I gotta look for something I want. My music library is way too goddamn big. It's a serious problem. Oh, here we go. Oh, Bowling for Soup is absolute classic. No, see, you're not. This is the one place I don't need you to be, honey. And I guess I could draw Teferi and find a way to discard you, but I do enjoy Bleed the Lizard, Pulsar. Bleed the Lizard. But only because of Family Guy, I think. Hold on, I gotta go Bleed the Lizard. I love them going after this Stomping Ground. Just gonna Hardcaster? I mean, I'm not gonna say we literally can't, but it pretty much we literally can't. I think it involves a Wrenn and Six emblem and Prismari Command. Okay, that deals with the rip. Thanks, baby. You always know how to make me feel better. Baby, I know it. I don't think I have that on the soundboard anymore. But I do have... So we gotta protect the Nahiri this turn. So if they want to go after my lands, I'm gonna let them. Showdown of the Scalds. Yeah, I guess just counter this. I don't feel great about it, but I kind of have to. To be fair, most of what's exiled right now is kind of chat. Oh, they're just done. Nice. Love it. Oh, to be fair, we were kind of going to crush them from that point. All right, 3-1 with Classic Velo, baby. Just play decks you love, people. Just play decks you love. Oh, but you can't just play anything in Modern. You can't just play anything in Modern, people. People are gonna stomp on your dreams and crush your soul. No, you just need to play a deck that's functional. No, see, Dinosaur Tribal wouldn't be functional. That's translated to English, Ponsor, but that's a number 2. I think. Can we get a chat poll of who believes that dropping your kids off at the pool has to be number 2sies, or can that be just the mellow yellow? So it's really quiet. Yeah. Because you're dropping the kids. Oh, you were referring to number 2. Okay, got it. See, 8-rack is not... I think you could 3-2 with 8-rack. Oh my god, this is the really stupid censored version. The Browns are good now. Alright, what do we got? More Murktide? It's not censored. Rocks is a totally different, totally independent, and amazing song. What are you talking about? Rocks! What if we just drew the nuts? Anyone have an objection if I drew like the best possible? Because that's what I'm going to do, apparently. Alright, we're actually getting some serious lag, finally. And it's like 6 hours into streaming. I love this. This is the good shit. Rocks. Stash the monkey. Okay. Bolt. Heat. Heat. Alright. I guess so, Cube? Why am I so mean to the blue-red player? Listen! This deck should not Blood Moon people out of its sideboard. That's obnoxious. Play Blood Moon main deck like a Chad, or get the f out of here. Blood Moon's supposed to be a powerful metagame choice, not a tool to torment people with. Oh, it's Jeskai Murktide. Oh no. Dash Monkey. Yeah. Almost was in the right spot. It's a good draw. Honestly, the biggest problem I have with Murktide is it's just another deck that makes these decks very hard to play. Yes, you could request totally independent and original song that is called Rocks. Boop boop. Beauty. 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 No, I get it. It's a great choice for that deck. Yes, I do love the Police and Rush. Stuart Copeland and Neil Peart are both unbelievable musicians. No, no. I have glasses and long hair. I also like Metallica. Like, come on. Let's be real. Rocks. Rocks. Headbang when? I'm too old for that crap. Tends to hurt. This version is called Roxanne, but it's just rocks. Booty. Booty. Yeah, Rush and Neil Peart and all of the legend that is just pretty unreal. Could you please have 2 Murktides in your hand? Like, that's how I beat these decks, when they get all clunked up on Murktides. Alright, so we get to put a Dwarf into play, and then when they remove it, I get to Prismari Command the Ragavan. This deck, by the way, this deck and this dark archetype in general, the number of times you get to kill monkeys with Dwarf is great. Like, just the monkey kill count for dwarfs is so freaking great. They're not even... You're just wasting your mana, huh? Alright, fine by me. Okay. We do need a good draw here, otherwise the Chandler's just going to kill me. Or not. Alright, now we got the nuts. Okay, they should be dead here. Yeah, Mike Portnoy is also one of the greatest drummers of all time. In fact, let's listen to some Portnoy now. But which? I think I know. Yeah. I know which one I want. Oh, Change the Seasons is great. Counterspell? Oh no! Surely we can't defeat that. Yes, we can. Don't call me Shirley. I am down to 5 Time Warps in deck, so we're going to have to hit on Velo. But Velo's never disappointed me, right? Right? Alright, come on, baby. Let's go. Bolt is good enough. Remember that. Chad Time Warp. Opponent's staying in it. Fair. Fair. It's on you, baby. Everyone's got a plan until you punch him in the face. Now we bolt them. Velo doesn't want to get his hands dirty today. Alright, we're going to kick the client here real quick before I sideboard. Oh, I was watching Futurama. You can see that right here. Season 6 does not have episode titles, unfortunately, on the rip I have. This is the matchup I planned for. Well, this and blue-red. Although this deck does have answers for Emrakul. That's okay. I haven't watched Doctor Who since Matt Smith was done. I just didn't follow after that. I just like was in different transition points in my life, and I just didn't. I'm sure they're fine. I just haven't kept up. I think Capaldi is the one I've never seen anything of. This song is The Count of Tuscany by Dream Theater, off their Black Clouds and Silver Linings album. This is the final song. Yeah, this is... I actually... Nightmare to Remember and this one are like... I can't. I'm sure the current Doctor is fine, and it's just people being shitty in the fan base. And I honestly was thinking that they should have done a female Doctor like 2 times ago by now. So it was like, you know, it was coming, and I'm happy for it. No, this is based on a story or a folk story, and also slightly based on the character of Hannibal Lecter from those books. I don't think this actually happened to someone. Whereas Nightmare to Remember did. So we remand that. Hit a land. Dispute the remand. No, I won't. Oh, I could have disputed the dispute. Probably should have. So I'm like 100% sure we just jam here. Song just gives me chills. Oof. Oh. Whoops. Well, if I don't die this turn... We'll be fine. Someone asked a very nuanced question. Oh, Shadowless. How do you feel about Bolt the Bird applying to Bolting Ragvan and Prismatic Ending it? Depends on your deck, depends on their deck. It's nuanced. If they have Teferi here, I'm screwed. They are on the Jeskai version. If they don't have Teferi, I might just win on the spot. So... They're expressing themselves? Yeah. Yeah, it's tough, Cube. We still have Wrenn and Six. We always have Wrenn and Six for good green cards. No, green does not suck. We have Wrenn and Six. Wrenn and Six is busto. 4-1 with classic turns. The only loss was 3 games to Black-Red Lurrus. So, is classic turns good? No. I'm not going to tell anyone to play this deck. But if you have the chops and a little bit of luck and, you know, all the info you need, you can 4-1 leagues. Which I think... can we play taking turns? I've actually been thinking about it a lot, the boat guy. Yeah, send it, Cube. Oh, there it is. All right. Damn it, it's moving. So for those interested, the Count of Tuscany is another 10 minutes long, and it's amazing. Usually I waffle bot, but we're just wrapping up. Almost always. That's a good rule. That's a good rule. How did Savor feel? Fantastic. Like, Savor is a very necessary part of this deck if you want to do what this deck is good at doing. So, for anyone who's not seen, like, the classic Velomachus Turns deck, who didn't see it when it was around, who only knows these creativity decks from the more recent versions, the most important thing about this deck as an advantage is once you creativity, you have a very high chance of winning the game that turn immediately. No gaps, no nonsense, no nothing. It's like a 65% chance if all the turn spells are in your deck. You have a very high chance of winning the game as soon as Velomachus goes in with creativity. Also, Velomachus is infinitely castable in this deck. I mean, we did it a bunch of times in this league. So, the problem with this deck is, one, Unholy Heat, because Unholy Heat just kills the dragon if it's turned on, which it usually is. Is Remand good in the current meta? It's getting better, because there are less decks that are almost entirely constructed of 1 and 2 mana spells. It's not great against a lot of the tier 1 decks, so this deck would be terrible for a challenge. Do not, for the love of God, never ever register this deck for a challenge. You will die. You will die so badly. You will die 1,000 deaths cut up into tiny pieces. Unless all you run up against are like the anti-meta decks. There's just you have no chance in the world against most of the top tier decks in a challenge. Like, I beat some top tier decks in the league we just played. Like, I think we beat Blue-Red Murktide twice, or Blue-Red Murktide and Jeskai Murktide. But, like, the pilots we were playing against weren't particularly great. I'm not sure. We beat Blue Moon and Jeskai Murktide. That's right. The first one was Blue Moon, I think. Either way, you should not have a good matchup against Blue-Red Murktide. You shouldn't have a good matchup against Jund Sagavan. Hammer Time is not great. Game 1, you can actually get a lot of free wins against Hammer Time with this deck. But Blue-White is generally going to be very bad. And the Cascade decks are... Actually, you might have a good matchup against the Cascade decks. A little bit. Depends. It just depends. Those are kind of coin flippy. Maybe this is better positioned against those than I think. But I think if I'm spinning creativity, I want to be spinning into Archon. But the reason you want to spin into Archon is because Archon hits the battlefield, and no matter what happens, it gives you value back. this deck has the ability to, on a percentage chance, literally kill your opponent when you do that. And that has some serious value to it. It just isn't usually as good if you eventually have to pass the turn. Then you're going to be in trouble. So it's definitely like, if you really want to feel alive and just spin that wheel and just go nutso, this deck can be, a fine choice. And this deck is going to have, generally speaking, a much better matchup against things like Belcher and Greentron and just anything that's like a linear combo deck that's just not trying to interact with you. This deck is going to have a much better matchup against them. There just aren't. Yeah, I mean, you and nor should you, Spider. I'm not saying that this is a good choice. I'm just saying, like, it has very specific strengths that I like in leagues. Because in leagues, there are a bunch of people playing things like Greentron and playing things like Belcher and Ad Nauseam, and just playing a deck where you go like, here's my creativity and I killed you. This is the best deck at killing people with just creativity X1. Creativity X1 with this deck is lethal the highest percentage of the time compared to every other creativity deck. That doesn't mean that the other creativity decks won't creativity X1 and win from it. It just means that this one literally wins right now from it. And so depending on the matchup, that may or may not be good enough. The creativity decks exist on a spectrum between this deck, where creativity X1 will likely win you the game 100% of the time, to the creativity decks where they go creativity X2 will win you the game next turn almost all the time, and everything in between. The Archon decks have an advantage of being able to go creativity 1 through 4 and actually get value out of it. And creativity X1 in those decks is usually good enough to win the game. Does it win the game? Not immediately. Definitely not immediately. But in many matchups, you're going to win once you resolve your creativity. And it just becomes more and more important the more you play them and the more you notice those marginal differences. Also, this deck playing Wrenn and Six gets to grind much, much better and has the backdoor plan of Time Warp Wrenn and Six wins. We won at least 2 games this league from Wrenn and Six alone. Wrenn and Six alone carried games where we didn't need anything else to happen. We won the game with Wrenn and Six. And that's a big, big deal for these decks. I can't take a creativity deck too seriously that isn't playing Wrenn and Six. I think it's just like the Reanimator creativity decks we played earlier should be playing Wrenn and Six, in my opinion. Just stretch for the extra color. You're already screwed against Blood Moon. You're already dead to Blood Moon. Just play it. Wrenn and Six is good. You can cast Velo, whereas the shell surrounding it struggles to cast Archon. I don't think that has to be true. I think you could build a 4 or 5 color Reanimator deck Reanimator Indomitable Creativity deck that plays Wrenn and Six. I don't think it's the most insane stretch. Yes, there are going to be some slot problems. I'm just saying Wrenn and Six is that busted. So maybe I should try it. I don't know, but I'm just saying I think it's very much possible. I don't know if the Wrenn and Six Archon deck ends up actually having too many reanimation spells. It's probably not a Reanimator deck, but it probably is a creativity deck that casts Archon more often than other ones do. And Wrenn and Six being the thing that goes into your graveyard is like so awesome in these decks because people board in like yeah, I think so too, Freak. Like, it's funny to me when people are like, the mana is so stretched, and it's like, it's not though. Like, it already was. Like, you could fix all the colors, you'll be fine. Like, again, you're already pretty much dead to Blood Moon, so just be dead to Blood Moon and try to play around it with Nahiri and Teferi and Prismari Command and whatever else you want, because we've already been doing it. We've been doing it the whole time. We were never not doing it. It's the Reflecting Pool angle. It's the Boil-Proof Mana Base angle. Talk about the sideboard. If you're looking at my Stream Decker, I don't know if that's updated to this. So this sideboard had basically no tools against Black Red Lurrus, or anything like that. And we didn't run into burn. So I skewed this sideboard intentionally to be better against burn. I think the sideboard planes is just, we're done with that. Just put it in the main deck, just cut the mountain, and sometimes you go slower and you'll probably be fine. So now I have 2 slots to play with. So those are probably Veil of Summer. Yeah, those are probably Veil of Summer. And I think that's it. Yeah, you just got here. The stream's over. We're just wrapping up. We 4-1'd with Indomitable Reanimator, and we 4-1'd with Velomachus turns. This classic style. Veil seems underplayed. Well, there's a good reason. Like, red removal is still the nuts, right? And I mean, Veil is good given all the vetoes. Yeah, that's true. I mean, it definitely. This deck is bad. Don't play it ever. No, it's this deck is quite good. I'm not saying it's like actually going to, you know, be able to pop up into challenge or something, but yeah, the problem with Veil is like almost all the discard decks are playing red removal, so it's a tough sell there. Alpine Moon is actually pretty unnecessary in this deck. The Wear Tears tend to be a lot better, I've found, because Alpine Moon is playing into a kind of game where you're just like, you're just gonna beat them. Like, the thing is, like, almost any deck with Saga, one of the advantages of this deck is you just fly over them. I know, Freak. I know. For anyone who's not aware, Freak You Nasty was the original creator of this deck in Modern. And this version of it is, like, very, very close to how me and him worked on it in the first place. He has very, very good insights all the time on deck building and playing and sideboarding and just everything that makes you a good Magic player. So if you don't have Freak You Nasty followed, hop over to his channel and make sure to hit that follow button right now. Needs more Ragavan. I want to build a Taking Turns deck that sideboards Ragavan. Alpine Moons are for Tron, because Tron's a tough matchup, especially if you have zero Charm Up. So I built this deck, Cube, and Tron is not a tough matchup for this deck. It's a little bit coin flippy, but it's not tough, because you put in your Velomachus, and then you kill them, and they die. And there's very little that they can do to stop you. This deck is actually, the reason I was playing this deck is because I was kind of tilted by having to play against Tron and Belcher with this deck. Oh, with the other creativity decks, with Archon, and Archon's god-awful against them. It's not god-awful, but it's pretty bad. Belcher seems hard. For the Archon decks, yeah, it's really bad. For this deck, no problem. Just kill them. Just kill them faster. Just go as fast as they do, but with disruption. And like, obviously you have to, you have to dodge the moon a little bit, but yeah, that's exactly what it is, Pluto Dab. You just like remand their threat and then creativity them. The classic versions of Velomachus, I had like a 90-something% win rate against Greentron and a 100% win rate against Titan in challenge level play. This deck in this version basically had 100% matchup against Titan and Heliod. I don't think I ever lost to them in a challenge. And I played against House of Mana all the time. I played against who's the other guy? Jose Moniz. Anyway, we are all done here. But if my good buddy Mord is still streaming, yeah, we're going to raid good old Mord to Light. He is a fantastic creator. Please, 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 please hit him with a follow when we get there if you have not already followed Mord to Light. And if you have, enjoy his fantastic content because he's the man. Yeah, this deck, the best part about this deck was just every time you queued into Amulet, you were like, oh, I can't lose. Like, you couldn't lose. It was amazing. Oh, so good. It was not good against Blue-Red Prowess Freak. That deck was a pain in the ass. Blue-Red Prowess was your ultimate awful matchup. But I did 2-1 against them in the Showcase Challenge that I 7-2'd. I went 2-1 against Blue-Red Prowess, and the one who killed me was Doomwake. Anyway. So I'll see you guys at Mort's. Weekend at Mort's. Cha-da-da, meek weekend at Mort's.
I have ever seen in my life, and it's me talking,